So if you tuned into yesterday's video, you saw that we started round 3, or our quarterfinals of the Men's World Cup of Fragrances. We started out with the 2 matchups that's already eligible to vote on the community tab, which is Parfums de Marly Herod versus SAUVAGE ELIXIR. And then we also had Chanel Allure Homme Sport versus Parfums de Marly LAYTON. The voting will be open for a couple weeks. And now we're moving into matchups 3 and 4 of the semifinals. And so without further ado, let's get it. Alright everyone, welcome back. Happy holidays, all that good stuff. We have Christmas and New Year's just around the corner. I hope that you guys have a nice, safe holiday. Before we get into this video, as always, just hit the subscribe button. And also, if you like my videos, consider following me on Instagram and TikTok and hitting the bell if you want to get the videos sooner. So again, we did the first 2 matchups of the quarterfinals of the Men's World Cup of Fragrances. You take all of the 36 top fragrances, designer and introductory niche. We moved it down to 18 with 16 and 2 wild cards. We are now down to 8. We did the first 4 yesterday, and so today we're going to do the next 4. So let's preview the matchups. So surprise, surprise, there is 4 more bangers of fragrances in this collection that we are going to be going through, reviewing, letting you guys know what you get to expect from them. And with that said, you guys are going to be able to vote for them. As soon as you're done watching this video, they are going to be in the community tab in order for you to vote for the next 5 to 7 days. We have my favorite fragrance, which is Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense, versus the Spicy Powdery Vanilla, and that is Spicebomb Extreme as your first matchup. And then the second matchup is going to be Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum versus Killian Angel Share. So we're going to get straight into the first matchup since I'm not going to keep you guys here all day. These are all going to be pretty close. I mean, you never know. There could be a blowout. There could be not. It all depends on what you guys feel. I feel like this one made it a little bit too far, in my opinion. I like it, but I know a lot of people, like in the fragrance community, Spicebomb Extreme itself is super popular. Yes, I get that. But with that said, Spicebomb Extreme is also the lowest selling and grossing fragrance of all time from Viktor and ROLF. Behind Infrared, both Night Visions, the original one. And so I really don't know, because this powdery vanilla in it, it's nice. It's just, I don't think it's in the top 8 fragrances from all of this. With that said, you guys are voting for it, so it's up to you. Just going based on my opinions. And so, Viktor and ROLF Spicebomb Extreme, what to expect from it? You obviously get that Spicebomb DNA, that black pepper, a little bit of a unique spice in the opening, really blasting you in the face, getting you nice sweetness undertone as well. Really does beast mode project for the first like 20 minutes. Then it comes down to more of a moderate projector as it works its way into the dry down, where you get that nice powdery vanilla mixing in. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of powdery vanillas. I like the more creamy sweet vanillas. But you get, it's a sweet vanilla mixed with that spice that does tone itself into the background after the opening, as does most spice bombs. And then you do get that tobacco working its way in there, a little bit of woods. But overall, the fragrance is mostly centered around those spices, that vanilla and that tobacco. I know a lot of people like it. It's a really nice wintertime fragrance. Outside of that, I think that this next one that it's going against is much better. But again, this is my favorite designer fragrance by Azzaro. It's the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense. Cardamom, toffee, amberwood. There's also vanilla in this, like a bourbon vanilla, just like the Most Wanted Parfum. Apparently, Azzaro put it on their website as an official note later down the road after they released the Parfum. But with that said, we're going to concentrate. You get that fresh spiciness, which I love this because it's one of the only fresh gourmands that you can wear pretty much all year round during the night. You get that toffee, get it coming in there, giving that sweetness. And then you also do get that amberwood that gives it that slightly effervescent pop, giving it a little bit of a woodiness as well. As you get to the dry down, it does become more woody, but overall it's a sweet nighttime, date night fragrance that you can wear all year round. So again, you have Spicebomb Extreme versus the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense. Both great fragrances. Spicebomb, you get about 6 hours, 7 hours of longevity with, again, that high projection going into the mid projection for the next 3 hours. And then with this one, it's pretty much a really nice performer. I get 8 to 10 hours with it. For the first 5 hours, you get wafts of it. It's an above average projector. It just wafts and wafts. And then it turns into more of a personal bubble type skin scent. Really nice fragrance overall. Both of them are. I think that I lean Most Wanted myself. Going into the last matchup here of the quarterfinal. Pretty sure I know who's going to win this one, but I wish that it would be the other way. I guess we'll see how it goes. You guys never know. I know in the first round, everybody was complaining that this one even is continuing on, but I mean, it is the most popular blue fragrance of all time. So it is Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. I still wear it all the time. I still love it. So if people have an issue with it, I do understand. People don't have an issue with it, I also understand. So when you spray it on, you get that bergamot, grapefruit, pink pepper that you know from the original. It's fresh, it has that citrus, it has that blue, it has the clary sage and all those aromatic notes in the mid. You get a little bit of that smoke from the incense and vetiver, all pushing up in the opening, but it's a little bit slower on that incense until you get to the dry down where it warms up. Unlike the original, it kind of mashes the original and the Parfum together, and you get that smokiness as well as you get that amber wood as a little bit warms up. It gives that woodiness, and then it just is a really beautiful blue fragrance that can be worn in pretty much any situation. It's a little bit of a more mature, I'd say 18 plus for the Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Again, one of the best selling fragrances of all time, known to be able to pretty much start the blue craze out there. So Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum versus the next one, which is one of my favorite niche fragrances, Killian Angel Share. It also has probably one of the best bottles in existence. It looks like a glass whiskey glass. So this is, a lot of fragrances clone it because like Fire Your Desire and Latafa Hamra, which Latafa Hamra is good in its own right, but it didn't clone it very well. So this is a kind of like a cinnamon bun if you turn it into a boozy drink. It's very high niche quality. You only get 50 milliliters, so try to get it on a sale. I'll let you guys know if anything pops up. But with that said, it's a beautiful smelling fall and winter fragrance. It's one of those really special occasion type sweet fragrances. You get a little bit of a gourmand, you get that booziness like that cognac coming through. You get some woody qualities, but for the most part, it's focused around that cinnamon, that amber, a little bit of vanilla, as well as that boozy quality, that cognac. It's beautiful fragrance. So there are two different types of fragrances. Depends on your style. I think this could be either really close or really far away. So the first matchup here is Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum versus Angel Share by Killian. And then we have, and people are saying that it's unfair to have niche in this for the designers, but in honesty, it's unfair for the niche because designers are more mass appealing and have more people, because this is open to the general public. So this would get more votes than this in general. So to me, it's a little bit unfair for the niche, but again, who cares? We're just doing the way that I've seen other tournaments done in the past. And so with that said, this second one is my favorite Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense versus Spicebomb Extreme, the powdery vanilla versus the gourmand fresh. So thank you guys so much. Again, the other matchups from yesterday are Harad versus ELIXIR and LAYTON versus Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. That is your quarterfinal, so definitely go vote in the community tab. They'll be open for about 5 to 7 days. Then next Tuesday, we'll announce the winners of round 3. We'll move into the semifinals, the top 4, and then again, we'll do that for one more week. You guys will vote on them, and then we'll get to our winner to make to the Hall of Fame. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Comment below. Let me know which ones are your favorites from this. And again, I'll be back with another one. Peace out.